Hello and welcome to Kayfabe News. My name is Flippin' Marx. Remember to subscribe to the channel and thank you for joining me. Tonight's stories. Hulk Hogan achieves a long-time goal. A retired wrestler stays retired. A local surgeon makes a shocking confession. A medical miracle results in confusion. And AEW launches a new championship. Top story. After decades of politely seeking permission to tell his brother something, legendary professional wrestler Hulk Hogan has finally done so. Witnesses report that Hogan's estranged brother Ralph Balea seemed fed up with the incessant requests for his attention and replied, "Okay, fine. Tell me something." With permission granted, Hogan proceeded to tell his brother something, the details of which have not been made public at this time. Since the 1980s, fans of professional wrestling have almost unanimously misunderstood Hogan's repeated request to tell his brother something, assuming that he was using the term brother in the more generic sense of friend or interlocutor. Sources close to the Hogan family believe the Hulkston may have finally divulged to his brother his deepest, darkest secret, which some have speculated that Hulk Hogan is actually bald. For the record, there is nothing wrong with that. Up next, in what is being described by professional wrestling historians as a truly unprecedented happening for the sport, a retired wrestler did not come out of retirement this week. Adam Edge Copeland, who retired from professional wrestling in 2012, made the highly unusual decision not to return to the ring in vain hopes of recapturing a glimmer of past glory. Adam Copeland has not donned tights or a goofy glittery jacket since retiring, which is causing much confusion among wrestling fans. Analyst Dan Mulzer said that this is unheard of and that Copeland, going 7 years retired without a single lackluster return, which was fueled by ring rust and desperation, meant he has now seen everything. Although Copeland could easily earn a six-figure payday by donning the tights for one more match, even if that match involves only gimmicky theatrics and no dangerous bumps, he broke from tradition by refusing to tarnish his legacy with a quick cash-in. "Nah, I'm happy to remain retired," Copeland said. Unlike Goldberg, Ric Flair, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, Terry Funk, Batista, Jake the Snake Roberts, Batista again, and practically every other wrestler who has ever lost a retirement match. Terry Funk, meanwhile, recently lost his 100th retirement match and is scheduled to come out of retirement tomorrow for a retirement match against Jerry Lawler, who is booked to perform next week. Oh, excuse me, just getting in news that apparently Edge, or Adam Copeland, was at SummerSlam this week, meaning he came out of retirement. So no, if you're a wrestler and you retire, you just can't keep it that way. Medical news now, as a local surgeon has drawn criticism after admitting that his knowledge of human anatomy stems entirely from the late great wrestling commentator Gorilla Monsoon. Dr. Liam Kirschenbaum, an emergency room surgeon at Philadelphia General Hospital, confessed as much to a medical review board this week, while also admitting he never completed medical school. But he has seen every best of the WWF VHS tape released by Coliseum Home Video. Confessing that he just wanted to help people, whether they have a dislocated patella or a torn lateral collateral ligament, Dr. Kirschenbaum has treated thousands of patients with injuries to the solar plexus, the sternum, the kidney area, the breadbasket, and of course, the kisser. The review board has recommended that Dr. Kirschenbaum be stripped of his medical license for malpractice, due to which he emphatically replied, "Will you be serious?" I would imagine they are. In related news, after miraculously awaking from a 20-year coma today, a local man was shocked to discovering that Terror Rising now runs World Wrestling Entertainment. With more, and outside the hospital where Terry Greer is based, is our roaming reporter, hill faces. Thanks, flippin'. We are being told that when Terry Greer first opened his eyes and saw WWE Raw on the television above his hospital bed, a program his family members digitally turned on every Monday night in hopes that it would rouse him from his slumber, Greer spoke his first words since 1994, which was simply, is that terrorizing? He was, of course, referring to the well-dressed Hunter Hearst Helmsley, or Triple H, who is now the Chief Operating Officer of WWE, who briefly portrayed the laughably named Terrorizing in the early 1990s. During his unconscious years, Greer was oblivious to Helmsley's progression from terrorizing to a snooty Frenchman to a Connecticut blue blood to a main event star, and then back to a douchebag prankster to a corporate executive where he is now. Greer also expressed shock at a number of other developments that he never could have predicted, and is said to have been confused that stunning Steve Austin was now considered a legend, that Paul E. Dangerously is considered a mastermind, and that Jesse Ventura thinks the world is run by a secret shadow government of Illuminati alien Freemasons. All had that thought. Up to now, no one has had the heart to tell him that his favorite promotion, WCW, is now kaput. Back to the studio. And finally, in lighter news, All Elite Wrestling has fired another shot in its war with WWE by announcing today that its stars will compete around the clock, and then some, for its new 25/8 championship. The holder of the new title, to be crowned this August at All Into Electric Boogaloo, must be prepared to defend 25 hours a day from Monday to Snurtsness Day. Many pundits and fans believe the odds-on favourite to become the inaugural 25/8 champion is Cody Rhodes, given his past experiences within the fifth dimension, where space-time is especially fluid. At a press conference today, a number of top All Elite Wrestling stars, including Rhodes, the Young Bucks, and of course that would be Matt and Tito Jackson, and the newly rebranded Kenny Omega, vowed to claim this championship. I'm 110% sure that I will win and defend the 25/8 championship 418 days a year, said Rhodes, and in all 5 seasons, even if it is 25 o'clock on February 30th. And that is the news. Thank you for joining us, and again, please do remember to subscribe to the channel. Tune in next time, and remember, it's not fake news, it's unreal.